Another season is ending, and you know what that means. I unlocked the level 100 skin. For the first time in this series, a non-collab skin, the Ageless, in one day. Speaking of which, if this is your first time here, go watch the other videos in this series. Except for that one. This video was inspired by Luke TheNotable, and with that out of the way, let's start. I began with logging in and receiving a generous gift from Zeywerks. Armor Gird, I received a gift. Oh my god. Before buying the Battle Pass and the Level Up Pack using code Zeywerks, obviously. Before I had even jumped from the battle bus in Game 1, I was already getting XP. Epic made some not so good decisions with the quest this season, but at the very least they made things easier for the end, although I'm not going to congratulate them on making amends to an issue they created. I landed Lonely Labs to start out, and that's where I got my first kill, although the second one was a lot more satisfying. I slowly walked in place while capturing the location before finding and grabbing a rare Arctic chicken. I had to nosedive a car into the ground so I could flip it, before abandoning that car for a motorcycle. Despite it being my first game, I somehow finished a challenge to collect slap juice in 3 different matches. Even in the late circles I found time to grab a few level up tokens, until I almost got blown up in this castle. Don't worry, I got him. In fact, after some close calls, I ended up shooting this person in the face and winning the game. And then sinking into the ocean floor, leaving me at level 16. Game 2 I landed at a Bastion outpost. After I geared up I got a lucky kill on this player who was definitely better than me. I got on a motorcycle and left to collect more level up tokens, and then started on the Oathbound quest by talking to Stellan. Like usual, in the first several games challenges are progressing left and right, because almost everything I do counts for one. I got out of the storm on low health and got into an altercation with a player, but they were dealt with. Things went south when I alt-tabbed and accidentally shot my gun, which alerted another guy to where I was, and then I was the one being dealt with. I still managed to gain 10 levels, mostly thanks to the level up tokens, putting me to level 26. In game 3 I found a motorcycle and did whatever this is. I sure was groovin', look at me go. I saw someone go into the mouth of this cave, so I followed them before sending them back to the lobby. It's hard to note most of the quests this season, because they were all so basic. Besides the Oathbound quests, there weren't anything special. Things like deal damage with an assault rifle or heal using slurp. I missed the old challenges we used to have mostly back in chapter 1, like the phone dial or the piano ones, but no amount of reminiscing will bring me back from the shotgun blast. Another game of going after level up tokens in game 4. I ended up getting the final ones here, while racing around the map. I even found time to take down a couple of enemies, but didn't survive much longer after that since I got gunned down while trying to drive through Ample Square. Game 5 I landed at this base, and I landed back at the same base for game 6 and scanned this enemy player 3 times for a challenge. I was working on the Oathbound quest, and while trying to reach my destination I was gunned down in the storm. I was right there too. So naturally in game 7 I landed where I was trying to go previously. And then after contacting Stellan again I got hit with a rocket and did whatever this is. Also, note to players, don't do this, please. I had to head back to the same place again for some reason, because even the Oathbound quests are uninspired. I didn't make it far at all before losing to Thai Beast Mode 1, leaving me at level 53, same as last game. I decided to take a break from Battle Royale to play some creative. These aren't going to be listed as individual games on the number. The first map was racing, and between dying violently I got some sick airtime and finished the map within 7 minutes. Then I had to play gun game, which I absolutely dominated at. I had already finished both quests for the map but still played just because I'm that good, so I obviously ended up winning. Third up was a game called Machine War. It kinda reminded me of Halo. I don't have much to say about this one though. Fourth was a murder mystery map, which took me like an hour to complete because my teammates were so incompetent. Like, really man, I'm just sitting here, I'm obviously not the murderer. And spoiler, the killer won that round. After that I basically speedran this zombie game in 25 minutes. I think it ended up being the most fun out of the different maps I had to play. I had a hard time when I did this on my main account, but this time I knew what to do and came up with some strategies to complete it a lot faster. And by strategy I mean rocket launcher. Finally I had to run through Valhalla for a few minutes. All I had to do was walk around and open chests, so by the time I was finally done with all that, I was level 66. Back to Battle Royale in Game 9. I started with the Cypher quest, and met a kind superhero skin who gave me a shield potion. I didn't want to stay for long, so I literally just ran for a long time. Until I found a truck, which I used to get to faulty splits where I had to graffiti this wall. I got hit really bad while fighting and escaped into a bowling alley where I hid in the basement until all the people left. I sprung onto this guy in a tower and somehow my hammer didn't hit him, but he still ended up dying to fall damage. I basically just snuck around for a while and tried to find chests to open with my Falcon Scout. I made my way to a high ground position and attempted to fight Itachi, but we both got rifted away. Finally, I went to rush him and he went down, which led the last guy to come fight me, but he was on such low health that he went down in one shot, winning me the game and getting me to level 70 as I won. Feeling good in Game 10, I went to Lonely Labs to do more Cypher quests. I ran to Brutal Bastion in order to destroy slurp barrels because there's a plethora there. I didn't do much besides opening chests, but I did find a player trying to commit a crime by destroying the slap juice factory, so I put the law into my own hands and killed him. I found a nice spot under a bridge to hide in, but eventually the circle forced me to leave my cozy place. In a fit of rage, I blew up an individual with a rocket launcher, before getting to the high ground and being scared for my life. Luckily, the last guy must have felt bad for me or something, so he launched himself into the storm and died, getting me back-to-back wins and leaving me to level 74. I had to hide in snow, leaves, and a haystack in game 11, but was killed while trying to get to the last of the 3. So in game 12, I set out again to do the challenge. I went to Shattered Slabs to finish the cipher quests, and somehow dug up an entire arcade machine in one swing. I was finally able to hide in the 3 places, and drove my bike to the Citadel, where I emoted in the throne room. I later ended up getting killed with a player using a better shotgun. Game 13 was really hectic. I landed at the Citadel, but there were a lot of people, and I didn't last long. From game 14 onwards, I was loading into Team Rumble. I was almost out of challenges, and the ones I had were almost entirely combat related, so I decided to do them there. In game 15, I went to Brutal Bastion to finish up the Slurp Barrel quest. Other than that, I was focusing on getting damage with the infantry rifle and the 6-shooter. Now on game 16, I was so low on quests that I was mostly prioritizing opening chests and getting kills because of the supercharged XP. I was able to finish up getting damage with an Excalibur and kills with a legendary weapon. I was the game-ending kill on that one, which stings. But at the very least, I'm level 84 now. Mostly still opening chests for XP in game 17, but I remembered I had to get melee damage to finish up my Creed quests, along with getting damage with the infantry rifle and 6-shooter, which took way too long for some reason. To neglect repeating the same stuff over again, I'm gonna skip game 18. So in game 19, I finally managed to finish the infantry quest, and just had to hit headshots, collect Oathbound items, and hit opponents in the snow, which I somehow didn't finish. After leaving multiple games because the storm circle wasn't in the snow, and when I'm counting as game 20, I finally managed to finish the snow challenge. Although it was sort of challenging because everyone was so far away. I ended the game at level 93. I decided to load into the pit, but after some time I realized that I just get more XP from Team Rumble, so I left after getting to level 95. My last game was number 21. It was the usual Team Rumble game of me doing everything I can to get XP, and it worked because I was able to reach level 98 by the time it ended. This might seem like a cop-out, but at this point I had been playing for 7 hours straight, and I didn't want to keep playing Team Rumble, so I caved in and bought the final 2 tiers with the V-Bucks I had earned from the Battle Pass. But trust me, you can definitely just keep playing with the supercharged XP to do it naturally. And with that, we have another season done. This one felt so draining and boring. Epic, please never make the weekly quest go away ever again. You had a good thing going, don't change it. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like it if you did, and I'll see you next time. Now, I'm gonna go rest.